Thanks to all the subscribers. Please like, subscribe, and comment. With that out of the way, let's get into it. According to the government, cell phone video shows East Hollygrove gang members selling crack cocaine in a car with a 4-year-old boy in the backseat. Just give me the money, it's point 3. I look out, one of the 2 drug dealers can be heard saying. The buyer responds, "It's too small, my brother." Throughout the video, the buyer constantly complains that it's too small. "It's way too small," the buyer said. "I'm telling you, dog, I've been paying 50 for each one, and I've been coming here every day. I stay with y'all." In the video, Brule and Henderson East Hollygrove gang members are seen negotiating a heroin deal while a 4-year-old child was sitting in the back seat of the car. Additional pictures retrieved from Henderson's phone show the same child holding a semi-automatic handgun in the back seat of the same vehicle. Unfortunately, U.S. Attorney Kenneth Polite said the buyer was concerned about the crack cocaine rock instead of the small 4-year-old boy sitting next to him. The video shows the boy watching the entire transaction unfold. "The child wasn't related to anyone in the car," said Polite. "The gang members took turns babysitting him. We do have reason to believe that they kind of viewed him as a mascot for their organization," said Polite. "From the pictures, which are in some respects much more disturbing, he's playing around with a semi-automatic gun. We have reason to believe this was a young person who was around these individuals on a regular basis," Polite said. "The individuals," Polite said, "often use guns during their deals, and they can be heard threatening the buyer in the cell phone video. They also showed the drugs to the camera right in front of the boy. The dealer can be heard saying, 'You like that one, huh? Look, show the camera that one. That's what it's about, son.'" According to the government, Charles Johnson, a.k.a. Chuck, 25, Robert Johnson, a.k.a. Skinny, 24, Thomas Henderson, a.k.a. T, 24, Lavelle Stovall, a.k.a. Vel, 21, William Henderson, a.k.a. Will, 20, Erskine Waters, 22, and Avian Brule, a.k.a. Ave, 20, were all members of the East Hollygrove gang. They were charged with conspiracy to distribute 1 kilogram or more of heroin and a quantity of cocaine base. Each defendant faced a minimum sentence of 10 years to life in prison and a minimum of 5 years of supervised release. Charles Johnson, a.k.a. Chuck, 25, was charged with participating in the murder of Ms. Eula Mae Ivy on June 14, 2010, as a result of a drive-by shooting. 3 other gang members have already pled guilty to participating in this murder in federal court. If convicted of this count, Charles Johnson faces a sentence of up to life in prison or the death penalty. According to court documents, Stovall admitted that on June 14, 2010, he participated in a drive-by shooting which resulted in the murder of Ms. Eula Mae Ivy. Stovall admitted that he, Charles Johnson, Kerry Jones, and 5 others used vehicles to search with the intent to kill a rival gang member. As they drove past the rival gang member's house, they saw their rival and opened fire. They missed their target and hit Ms. Ivy, who was standing in her driveway. Ms. Ivy was pronounced dead at the scene. To date, Jones, Golston, and Ratcliffe have all pled guilty to participating in this murder. Jones and Golston were each sentenced to life in prison. Ratcliffe was sentenced to serve 396 months, and Cannon pled guilty in state court. Charles Johnson was scheduled to go to trial in February 2015. Avian Brule, a.k.a. Ave, 21, a resident of New Orleans, Louisiana, was sentenced after having pled guilty to federal drug and firearm violations. Judge Ivan L. M. Lamel sentenced Brule, a first-time offender, to serve 50 months in federal prison and ordered him to serve 3 years of supervised release once he is released from prison. U.S. Attorney Polite stated, even as a first-time offender, Avian Brule deserved the lengthy jail sentence imposed here. He and his East Hollygrove gang members terrorized their own neighborhood through narcotics trafficking and violence. Even worse, Brule and his fellow defendants exposed a 4-year-old boy to their criminal conduct. Being exposed to guns and drugs certainly placed this boy at risk of physical harm. At the same time, it jeopardizes his future, as the misguided lesson learned by him and other young people in the same predicament is that this conduct is acceptable, normal, and even encouraged. It certainly is not. We must use all available tools prevention, intervention, and enforcement to break this cycle of criminality. Avian Brule, aka Ave, was released on July 26th, 2022. Lavelle Stovall was sentenced to 480 months imprisonment, followed by 5 years of supervised release. He is currently located at USP Beaumont, a high-security U.S. penitentiary. His release date is 08/30/2048. Although there are convictions in this matter, I must stress that an indictment is not evidence of guilt. Charges are only allegations, and each defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Blessings.